Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian, otherwise known as Hybrid Fork, and welcome to something that is Modern Warfare 3, but is definitely not live commentary. Basically, a couple of games after I managed to get my M16A4 video, I stayed on for a bit and I kept playing, and this is basically the result. This is a 28 in 3, I want to say, 28 or 29 in 3, I can't quite remember, but 28 in 3 gameplay using the MP5. And what I wanted to do today is I wanted to have a little talk about SMGs. Now, basically, before Modern Warfare 2, well, before COD 4, more specifically, but SMGs weren't really that powerful. I mean, they were there, they were good, but they weren't that strong. Basically, Modern Warfare 2 introduced the beast that was the UMP45. Now, basically, that gun could outclass most assault rifles. You had no reason to use an assault rifle when you could just use a silenced UMP that would basically cross map and kill people faster. The ACR was a thing, but the ACR was not really that strong. It was good. It had a complete lack of recoil, but its damage, I can't remember, was the original ACR? No, the original ACR was very slow firing and very high damaging, or very high firing and very low damaging. I can't quite remember. Basically, the ACR was strong in terms of the lack of recoil, but it wasn't that strong. Basically, after Modern Warfare 2, up until Ghosts, more specifically now, you had no reason to use an assault rifle, because the SMGs were just better, and you could outrange. Modern Warfare 3, the MP7 could easily outclass any assault rifle across most assault rifle ranges. The only thing that it would have a problem with occasionally might be the ACR, because the ACR 6.8 is 6.8 times better than the original. That's what that stands for. But basically, if you weren't using an SMG, you were doing it wrong, basically. Now, obviously, SMGs promote a very, very fast playstyle, because you do get maximum movement speed. You are constantly able to move at the top speed possible. Now, if you throw that on with, let's say, Marathon, and in the case of Modern Warfare 2 Lightweight, you could run forever, and you were running so fast it was unbelievable. Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, there is Lightweight, and SMGs do give you 100% movement speed, so you put Lightweight on with an SMG, you are running faster than normal. You put Lightweight on with an SMG, and you're using the MSMC, you got a massive movement speed buff, because I think the MSMC got a slight buff to movement speed anyway, because basically the MSMC and the PDW were very, very close together. They both kill in exactly the same amount of time. However, the PDW has this massive 50-round magazine. It was basically the P90 of Black Ops 2. So they basically gave the PDW the huge magazine, the MSMC a lovely movement speed buff. Now, if you put Lightweight on with that SMG, you were running around so fast, it's unbelievable. Now, the only problem with SMGs now, especially in Ghosts, because I have played Ghosts, I have got Ghosts, I just don't like it. I don't know how they managed to get the spawns so wrong, but they managed to break the spawns more horrifically than I've ever seen. But basically, the problem with SMGs is the maps are so big that you don't have a need to use an SMG. I generally use SMGs. You can use SMGs on every map, but I choose not to. Basically, I use SMGs on maps where there's a lot of short sight lines and a lot of close quarters. Dome, hard hat, all maps like that. Basically, every single map like that, I use an SMG on. I prefer to use assault rifles on a lot of long-range maps, and then if I can get away with using a sniper, then I'll use a sniper. Shotguns are obviously a different story. Shotguns, I can use a shotgun on almost any map, almost, barring a few. It all depends which map I find it. But basically, Ghosts has such big maps. Apart from Strike Zone is SMG territory to the max, because it's so small. Every sight line is so small, barring two, maybe. But it's just SMG. You're generally avoiding those sight lines anyway. They made the map so big that it just promotes sniping and assault rifling, and because there's so many assault rifles in that game, well, not so many, but there's more assault rifles than there are anything else. You have no reason to use an SMG now, which is completely the flip side of everything I've just said. It's just a complete pain in the tits, but I'm afraid that's literally just the way it is. Now, SMGs, it all depends how you like playing, basically. SMGs will work for you if you can run and gun very well if you have good reactions. It's all about that. But I'm sorry this wasn't a live commentary, guys, but I hope you have enjoyed. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope you've enjoyed listening. My name is Christian, otherwise known as Hybrid Fork, and this is me signing out.